is free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The Niners are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And Lance now to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. Walker now on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Matthews. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On 3rd and 2, Matthews. Walker complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Seahawks. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Blake. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in. Intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That one good for 26 and a first down. 21-0 our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit...
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, Slayton. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. From the gun, it's Walker. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Matthews throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Oliver. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Walker diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think he'll hold the blocks just a little bit longer.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any more.
And Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down, creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 13 yards remaining on second down. Operating from the gun, Matthews. He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Oliver. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trey Lance and the 49ers set to return to the field here. And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him. But, you know, the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make. And that way, you try and get his confidence back.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. To throw on second down. Matthews throwing the out route incomplete. It's Oliver. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. Trying the left side with Walker. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Again, Walker. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Back to throw. Matthews. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Now Lance on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And returns it right back to Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Touchdown! deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now down to 20. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On second down, it's Walker. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now here in Santa Clara. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And Walker once more. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lance going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Now Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Lance again. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Lance now on first down. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get...
Got so many